We recently met Mamuka Tektumanishvili from the country of Georgia. He was a high-ranking officer in the special forces there for many years. What made him realize that defending his country is not the highest honor a man can have in his life? This is his story.
For 18 years, I served in a special unit responsible for presidential security. This mission demanded total self-sacrifice. For example, the first and the last vehicles of the presidential escort belonged to this unit. So if an attack occurred on the president, we were the first ones to be hit with the fire. For the last 10 years of service, I worked as an instructor and trained new staff to provide presidential security in the future. Those working in this field must be fearless. They must be professionals, and that is what I taught to succeeding generations. I just love my job. I was a fervent patriot. I had a special regard for the flag of my country. In one bag, I always had weapons and the flag. Patriotism was so deep-rooted in me that I would beat up a person simply because he was of another nationality. I always thought that God would never allow people like me to draw close to Him. One day, Jehovah's Witnesses came and preached to my wife and me. We were so interested in the truth that my wife even expressed a desire to study the Bible. Because there were rumors circulating about Jehovah's Witnesses, I decided first to make sure that everything was decent at their meetings, and only then allow my wife to associate with them. After the meeting, I was absolutely thrilled. Everyone was well-mannered with friendly, smiling faces. I realized that there was nothing there to threaten my wife's well-being. On the contrary, their association would be beneficial for her. Soon my wife and our eldest daughter got baptized. As for me, I enjoyed associating with Jehovah's Witnesses. Later, I also started to study the Bible. I knew that I had to make drastic changes in my life, but my job prevented me from doing so. Moreover, I felt that door-to-door preaching was far more difficult than engaging in combat. I respected Jehovah's Witnesses for their courage and strength. Little by little, I too was changing for the better. I wanted to quit my job and inform my colleagues about my religious beliefs. So I wrote down all the Bible verses I had recently learned and then pinned them on the wall in my office. I also started to think about how to make a living after leaving my job and decided to learn a trade. I started to buy tools in order to be ready to take care of my family. I realized that the time had come to make a decision. The day I quit my job was one of the happiest days of my life. Since then, I have been able to dedicate every minute of my life to Jehovah with a clean conscience. In a few months, I got baptized. In the beginning, we were hardly making a living. However, this taught me to trust in Jehovah. I tried my best to keep service to Jehovah in first place. I deeply appreciate the support of my brothers and sisters and association with them. Before, I used to carry out the orders of men, some of which I carried out reluctantly. But now I am happy to carry out an assignment from Jehovah with the same spirit that the prophet Isaiah had, who said, "Here I am, send me." As a family, we decided to move where the need was greater, and this has united our family even more. This is the bag in which I always carried weapons, but now they are replaced with the Bible and Bible literature. In the past, I thought I could never preach from door to door. But now I can say with conviction that the words of Jesus have proved true in my case. All things are possible with God.
Brother Tektumanishvili now serves as an elder, and he's also been a regular pioneer since 2014.